Hello, and we're back once more with the trucking. I would normally just limit myself to one trucking session per day for reasons of trying to preserve the illusion that, you know, life has purpose and meaning, and not just delivering virtual cargo for absolutely, no reason. But here we are. The closeness to level 10 and therefore the closeness to that new truck, that first new truck, is drawing me back. So we're going to have a look at the jobs here. Now I'm going to stay in the east, I think, because, well, why not? I mean, pretty much all the other high-paying jobs are pretty boring anyway, so we might as well. Now, Klagenfurt, I think, well, I mean, it's new, so I might as well take that one. As ever, if there are any questions or issues or so forth, please let me know. There we go. You know what? I know I turned off the radio earlier on. I'm going to turn it back on. It's a bit weird not hearing absolutely anything. Can I get it just a tiny bit on? Okay, now that's just weird hearing it very, very tinily on. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Our customer expects delivery very soon. And it's late already, yeah. So what we're going to do is get out of jail free, because sod, spending time trying to deliver something that's already late. For anyone who watched my previous streams way back when we started playing the multiplayer version, I had a couple of deliveries that were 8,000 years late, which surprisingly enough didn't penalise me. Presumably there's some limit to the penalty function, or it wrapped around, or I don't know. I wasn't complaining, but the last few times where I've been late, I mean immediately upon taking a job, it's penalised me to the tune of several hundred hours or 100 hours, or enough that it basically nullifies any money and experience that I would have gotten from that. So, not good, basically. And I'm going to log back in. And we will quickly turn off the video so that y'all don't have to look at my email address. I could always just have a different email address, I guess, but never mind. Yeah. So, let's have a look at the jobs that we've got. So Liège, I think I've been to. I've not in this one. Hot chemicals. I wonder if them being hot makes a difference. Fluorine, dear God. I mean, in this, yeah, fair enough, but in real life, would I transport fluorine? I don't think so. Argent. I mean, could you imagine crashing with fluorine? That would just be awful. Awful, awful, awful. So, Slovakia to Poland, you say? The only thing about that fluorine is it would have deco bonuses. But let's explore more of the east. Just updating some things here. Righty, okay. We are ready to go, I think. What time are we in game? 5:45. Probably a time that needs some lights on. Get myself into a more comfortable position here. Okay. I have given serious consideration to an 8 shifter and proper pedals. You know, clutch and all. Oh, I like this. This is no traffic lights down right here. Fantabulous, at least where we are at the moment. Okay, that was perhaps taken a little bit quickly. But I mean, I've already spent money on this rather good wheel, it has to be said. I've passed comments to Costello and others who have asked that I could well be sponsored by Logitech, although I am not. I feel like I should be getting some money for them. Like, I do have a lot of their products, and I do mention them a reasonable amount. But like I'm quite happy with this wheel. I'm quite happy with, you know, the various other combinations of peripherals that I have. So yeah, let's just say advert over. And if anyone from Logitech is listening, get in touch. We'll go places. I'm pretty sure this is the set of lights that I was going through earlier on. I prefer doing this early in the morning or late in the middle of the night because all the lights are self-cancel. Are within their not active phase, which is quite nice for me. I think I'm going to remove the dead zone in that. Next time I have to do a sharp turn and pretty much stop, because it's a bit weird to move the wheel and not see the wheel move in game. I had issues getting the getting the wheel and game to work properly under Linux way back when. Yeah, inputs weren't quite matching, and there were other issues, which is why I think I had the dead zone, because it would jump around otherwise. I think it may well be resolved now. But wheel, dead zone. Dead zone. See, that's yeah. I don't need a dead zone for that. And the Logitech software takes care of the non-linearity and so forth. So I'm quite happy with how it's set up at the moment. I've got a full. Oh, I'm offline apparently. Why am I offline? Why did I say that like Agent Smith? Why am I offline, Mr. Anderson? You see, it comes down to respect. If you don't respect the login process, cannot validate game version, would you like to try again? I think there might have been an update, Maurice. I thought they had an auto updater built in, but it would appear not. I apologise for this slight interruption in service. Now, the ETS2 multiplayer forums have been down as well, irritatingly. Which is not ideal. Google, why you no respond to things? Yeah. Well, I believe I'm about to be disconnected from Twitch here. We seem to have certain issues with mine internet, but we're still recording. So what we'll do in the meantime is switch back to normal non-multiplayer modes, which shouldn't give me a login prompt. Perfect. set up a little ping to tell me when I'm live. Destination net unreachable. Yeah, I think I'm offline. So, congratulations, YouTubers. You get to watch me while I faff around trying to log into ETS2 MP when I'm offline. Anyone watching on Twitch gets to look at my fantastic, admittedly, offline image. Oh no, the problem with playing offline is there's sodding traffic! Oh no! What am I going to do? This is actually going to be somewhat problematic for me, wanting to go, you know, stupid miles per hour. Huh. Maybe I shouldn't have exited out of multiplayer. Well, I was saying in my last stream, it's useful to have the skills to keep to your lane and drive properly for just such an emergency. Still not connected. Don't they know there's a war on? May have upshifted a little bit too aggressively there. Yeah, these guys still seem to be blowing past me at a fair rate of knots. So. Okay, looks like we're back, possibly. Wonder how it would handle it if I was. Am I going? Yeah, I think I'm going off here. So let's be slowing down. Okay. Cars. How dare you? How dare you be there? Right, everyone else stop. I'm a truck. Alright, since we're back online, I'm gonna give that a try. Because sod driving in traffic when you can drive 80 miles an hour down a narrow country road. Okay, looking good. Assuming I don't materialize in anyone. Okay, connection established. Fantastic. And for some reason, the weather's changed. How are we looking time-wise? Expected loads of time. Question is, do we have anyone else? Probably not at this point. Probably don't need my big headlights on at this point. Well, I probably do. I'm not going to risk a fine because I have played that hand before and lost to the dealer. So let's not be doing that. I wonder if I can successfully check my stream page while I'm driving. It's not at all likely to end in tears or dangerous in any way. For anyone who's watching this or watching it later on YouTube, you can tell when my view comes back to the main screen where I'm driving, because you can see the wheel jump as I make a quick adjustment. Oh dear. How funny. Light off, on. Oh, no, we're going fairly straight there. Ah, there's the plane again. Told an anecdote about that before. Let's see. Oh, it looks like I'm live. Yep, looking good. So let's keep going. I should probably check and see if Chatty or my IRC client have managed to sign back in. No, that's a log. Ah, there we go. And I'm not yet reconnected to IRC, it would seem, so brilliant. Okay, offline. I can handle that. As I pass through the border at a great rate of knots. Okay. Eyes on the road, huh? Eyes on the road. Let's just check that damage. Nope, nothing. Oh, I probably secretly damaged it, without realizing. And I've got a rather niminy-piminy horn. Beep it says. That'll probably be me reconnecting to IRC. This will probably be me slowing down. This is the bend at which is that where I met some trucks? Yeah. This was an S-bend. And I slightly cacked myself. Because I was doing, well, faster than that, about 70, 75 miles an hour. And there were trucks going down the other side of the road doing about, well, a substantial rate of knots as well. Which, it got exciting there for a few seconds. What didn't help is I was trying to, you know, tell a story at the same time. And my brain was caught between two worlds. Like, keep the truck safe and what's going on with the road here. Okay, I'm going down the wrong side of the road. It split into a dual carriageway. And there's a red light. And that's not red anywhere. This is why I need to pay attention, because I kind of assumed that the road was splitting and I couldn't quite see the sat-nav, but anyway. No harm, no foul. Yep, totally got my eyes on the road here, not looking at IRC at all. I better keep an eye on the road here actually, because of these traffic lights. Now, it occurs to me that I should not only take... Oh, speed cameras apparently. So, okay, slow down, boyo. That's a road marker, not a speed camera, but never mind. There's the camera, I believe. Nope. Yep, there it is. Where I tried typing and driving at the same time. In the multiplayer version, not only is there no traffic, but you can't go to the menu unless your truck is stopped, for fairly obvious reasons. And there's no problem in single player stopping the entire state of the world while you're in the menu, but say you're in a convoy and the guy up front hits escape and his truck immediately freezes, you're gonna have issues. And probably serious words to say to him as well. And people say they can text while driving. I will never understand that. Oh yeah, it doesn't distract me at all. I mean, this isn't even actual driving. I am in a game with relatively few consequences. In fact, no consequences compared to real life consequences. I am cruising down the middle of the road, straddling both lanes. I don't feel safe taking my eyes off the road for 2 seconds to try and type on my Laptops, keyboard there. Say, oh, it's different. You can hold the phone up in front of your face while you type, so you can see the road as well. Anyway, 180 miles to go. That's 80 miles an hour, that's what, 2 hours and 20 minutes or so? Something like that. Wrong way of it. What? Okay. That was that old one catching up with me, or that one particular bit of road had a... Well, this is why lane discipline is important. Oh look, it's that same train going over the bridge as to when I passed under it the last time. Well, of all the things they could have ticketed me for, €100 or whatever it was for a wrong way offence seems fairly minor. I'm probably going to want to slow down here, given that I'm coming into town. Still doing 70 odd miles an hour. Oh, red lights. My constant foe. Constant foe! Stop! Stop! Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, I'm in a position where I can't actually see the lights, but we're still good. I'm going to assume that red glow in the ground is from the lights and not me, and go with that, I think. Yeah, it's green now, so let's go. Reset that camera. Take a nice wide swing on that. Did I reset that camera? It seems a little bit offset. Lublin, where I transported to before. The joke I made last time was not to be confused with Dublin. Yeah, and it's even funnier the second time around. And oh my goodness, where are the frames? And oh yeah, there could be people in cities. Probably should definitely not be going 80 miles an hour in that case. Oh dear. I worry myself sometimes. Oh yeah, we'll just breeze into this city at 80 miles an hour. What is it we're playing again? Euro Truck Simulator. Oh yeah, what mod? Multiplayer. What does that mean? Oh, lights, you taunt me so. Yeah, I don't like how some of these players are getting closer. Don't like how I'm shifting gears in the wrong direction either. Okay, well, that's him in the depot there. Other guy's getting further away. Oh, red light. I will always, in real life, be in real life mode, don't you worry. Which bit was tense? Because there's been a few tense moments. In fairness, my lane discipline is all down to trying to respond to IRC and things like that. and also me not really caring. Also, do I have someone behind me? I can't tell. Oh, stopping at the red lights. You should have seen me earlier on. You'd have been shouting momentum, momentum, as I sailed right through the red light and got a fine. I was like, oh yeah, stopping distance. What's that again? I really need to take a look at the configurations, you know, for the retarder and the other brakes. But you know, you've got to live life on the edge somewhat. As I said last time earlier on today when I was streaming, you've got to push the envelope a little bit. And if that means going 80 miles an hour down a country road as other trucks hurtle towards you, so be it. Physics is the harshest mistress. Oh, okay, I'm slowing down here. Oh, come on, speeding offence. I'm glad I slowed down though. I'm very glad I slowed down. It was on a bend much less harsh than that on the way to Aberdeen that I may or may not have rolled a truck. See, you see, all in the name of profit, as I said in the last sesh, there is a growing consensus of a couple of people that say you should just ignore the fines and plough on, because the time that you spend, you know, time is money, and the time you spend slowing down, speeding up, could be much better spent, you know, getting your cargo somewhere quicker. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, we're good. Ah. Overbrake there. Could have done that better. Although that stone wall did loom up at me rather suddenly. Oh, I've got a railroad crossing. These are fantastic. I actually ploughed through one of these yesterday. As it opened, I had the chase music from The Simpsons playing in my head. Like, you know, I mean, I was going that fast. I'm pretty sure I slightly hazarded over the crossing. Yeah, in an articulated truck. It was interesting and slightly concerning. What was funny was Still later came to the same or a similar railroad crossing. No barriers there, but he smashed into it. That invisible barrier. As soon as he hit it, the barrier appeared in the down position. So I feel he got the short end of the shift there. I mean, I need to review the footage of that actually. See if I can get a highlight out of it, because it made me laugh a bit. I mean, I don't know, the way I'm remembering it, probably wasn't quite as close as that, but the way I'm remembering it, I very nearly hit the tail of the train. Never mind the barriers. Ah, no, the RV in Armagh. Yeah. Yeah, I do have a tendency to put my foot to the floor in these things. I think it's because I do a reasonable amount of driving in real life, where I am Captain Sensible. And, yeah. You know, it's kind of cathartic to just give it welly. And the vehicles in Armagh as well are fantastic, because they do, as you know, go flying, you know, more feet into the air than they should. I should keep an eye out for speed cameras along here, although given this fence here, I don't know if they can have them installed. But yeah, I mean, it's hilarious in Armagh, because Armagh dresses itself up in the guise of realistic modern military infantry combat simulator, and you can go flying, almost literally flying, in, you know, a heavily armoured Humvee. I guess that's why it's hilarious in this as well, because this does, you know, gussy itself up in the name of a realistic truck simulator. So if you start plowing through railroad crossings, you're kind of tweaking the nose of realism there. Oh, nice. What's this, a lever arch bridge? I should know this from Transport Tycoon. Cantilever steel? Who knows? See, this is where I'm trying to read the text while I'm driving here. I'm having to take hands off the wheel to scroll and all sorts. Cantilever. I thought it might be cantilever. Be quite good. I'd love to see an ETS2 armor crossover. You know, infiltrate yourself in the back of a big truck. I really need to be watching the road here. Oh, stay up. I am almost certain that one of these times that barrier is going to come down when I'm doing 80 miles an hour and I won't be able to stop, and I will plow into it. Problem is, it'd be great if you could plow into it and, you know, beat the train and just smash your way through, but yeah, they're immovable physics objects and you will just compact your front section. Well, if you could. I mean, you will stop dead. That's the point. I was having a laugh as well with Costello the other day, the other night, last night, because we both had taken our speed limiters off and we're thundering down narrow country roads, and you know, my cabin was kind of pitching very slightly and you know, towards the ground. You know, and you see tractors in some of these fields. You got to wonder what the view is from the tractor. You just see this heavily articulated lorry coming thundering down a narrow country road, absolutely pitching from side to side. You know, trucker's not caring whether, you know, it's on one side of the road or the other. Just, you know, welling it back from side to side. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Although the I see parallels and dead people. Okay, I will slow down in town here because there's no one around. But there are red lights. Oh, okay. Sold me the dummy. Zoom in and turn into the depot. Turny. Now, when that says no collision zone, that's just with other trucks. That's not actually with any of the world, unfortunately. Still in fourth here. As my wheel tries to make its way off the desk. I should have straightened up a little bit before I started this maneuver, but never mind. Closer away, I'm on the wrong side to be able to see out here. No, we're not doing too badly, actually. Not too shabby. Chase it over. Too much, possibly. That'll do. 8 in 1, which always pleases me. Let's see what my rating is. Now, do I have any damage? I don't, so if it dings me for damage, I'll be most unhappy. Excellent. Well, of course. 12 grand get, 828 XP get, level 10, yes! This is the thing. Thank you. I take pride in my parking. Okay, long distance, let's get some more of that long distance on the go. Apply. Right, now I did say in the next session there would be a Volvo please fix purchase, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to commit at this point. Partly because I'm still a bit concerned that I will absolutely smash up my truck and not be able to repair it. But Volvo is calling me. No, not that. Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you for watching. You know, it may be worth me calling it to an end here and getting the purchase done at the start of the next one. But this one, the classic Globetrotter, 139k, I can just barely afford it. You know, oh, customize, you say? Can I upgrade anything? Oh, I could get a nicer engine. Take it above what I can pay for, unfortunately. See, I don't know what the difference between these two are. R and D here. Wonder if that's the retarder version of that. Okay, so I can't get any cheaper paint, or not by a lot anyway. Do you know, I think I will do another wee journey before I buy this, because it would be a shame to buy it and not be able to fuel it up, and I also do want to do that customization. So back to the job market. Hopefully I won't have to apply a economy fix here. Again, I feel like I could be getting some longer jobs here. 20 tons of acid. Hot chemicals. Right, what's the distance here on this acid one? Yeah, I think I'm going to reset the economy here and see what it gives me. I'm sure that one was there before. Kind of annoying having to do this after every mission. Well, I mean, I don't have to, but okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, game change detected. That'll do. What say you, job market? Okay, so that's oh yeah, that is longer. That is definitely longer. These are pretty long, these jobs. High value cargo, ADR. I don't have Munich discovered. Do I have anywhere that will go to Debrecen? Wow, you can go to Venice. Really? Really? Huh. I think I'll take this. 20 grand seems like a reasonable amount. Okay then. No collision area. Online, but no one nearby. Okay, so 11 hours and 54 minutes, 450 odd miles. We can do this. Now, I'm thinking about background music to stream. I know there are royalty-free and, you know, free usage sets out there, which I may have a look into. But I'm wondering as well if any of the Grateful Dead's music that's on archive.org can be reused or something like this. Okay, can we set our in a different configuration here, so I don't know how to set my cruise control, which is unfortunate because I lost a bit of speed there. I mean, one of their you know, drum solos or their Dark Star jams or what have you, cryptical envelopments. What would be perfect for something like this? I must have a look into it. We used to play a fair amount with classical music being streamed in the background, but as soon as I put a video up that included that, not loud or anything by my consideration, but you know, evidently audible, I got dinged with three copyright claims, which is fair enough. My intention was not to broadcast, so the video wasn't taken down or anything before anyone gets concerned. But it takes that takes me quite nicely to a copyright claim I got for a Euro Truck simulator session the other day. I posted about this in the SCS forums. When I was streaming with Costello, I was waiting for him to park, just sitting in a menu basically, and 30 seconds of me sitting in the menu with the truck slowly rotating was claimed by Nordic Open. Now, I don't know which Nordic Open it was, whether it was the one that... What? Speeding offence, I'm doing 50, and the other thing apparently has dropped to 43. Okay, fair enough, it was 50. But see that drop? Okay, we had a bit of a frame drop there, so we have another player nearby. Yeah, so sitting in a menu, doing nothing, trucks rotating, copyright claim for visual content by Nordic Open. Now, Nordic Open, as I say, could be a number of things. It's apparently a backgammon tournament in Denmark. It's a League of Legends tournament as well, or esports thing. It's also a... I don't know how they're referred to, a content network, some kind of network on YouTube that attract people to post videos, I guess. What else? Number of potential things, none of which really, I don't think, had a claim. As per, even if it's, you know, automatic criteria that's being used to flag. This is beautiful around here, incidentally. Let's see if we can get to a relatively safe part to go for an external view. Just lovely. Yeah, all of these are making me a little bit panicky. That's nice. Oh well. So I filed a dispute, and unfortunately it's been removed, but it's kind of amusing. being, well, not amusing as such, but, you know, mildly diverting. But it got me to thinking about the language used for YouTube's content system. You know, it's all very, I mean, I don't know whether it's meant to be kind of placating and reassuring, you know, and, you know, if you don't have any objections to this, you don't need to do anything, it's fine, but, you know, it did mean that they could have adverts put into my video at that segment, so by they I mean Nordic Open would receive revenue for adverts placed in that segment, by my understanding, which is, I don't know, if I was of a less laid back mindset I'd be more irritated, I think, because, you know, they should have to make an actual manual claim to be able to receive revenue off someone else's content. And the language, furthermore, that Google use for filing a dispute to that is very, you know, you are certifying, you know, on heart and soul and conscience that this is not a knowingly fraudulent claim, and if it is, you know, you forfeit your firstborn, you know, and all that kind of stuff. I need to go a lot slower here. Why is this so slow at this section of the way? Yeah, I should really listen to my own advice about just blowing through these lights, but never mind. Yeah, so it's not menacing as such, it's just, I don't know, fun, shushed. I don't know, it's a little bit off-putting, I guess, or it could be. So, yeah, it's kind of pushing you to not do anything and just accede to whatever it says, which may or may not be in your best interests. Okay, phone, you're gonna have to stop doing that. I think I'm gonna put you on silent if you keep yeah, you're giving me very old notifications here. So let's be done with that. I've already dealt with those in another context. Anywho, where was I? Yeah. So it could use a little bit of work. I mean, automatic detection of copyrighted content is difficult enough. I didn't actually realize they had a visual component to it as well. I suppose it makes sense that they do. Yeah, it's not an easy thing, and it's not a cheap thing to do either, in terms of processing power and time required. So fair play to Google for trying to keep it all going, but could definitely be improved, shall we say. That guy off my local players list, he is. That's fine. Another 350 miles to go. My wheel vibrates madly. So we want to be over this. Where am I actually going to here? Ah, Munich. Fair enough. Got a fair wee while to go yet. And I should really slow down here, I think. I mean, it looks like it may be a reasonable curve, but I've made that mistake before. Oh god, I'm gonna make it again, aren't I? Nope, nothing happened there at all. That was perfectly taken. And no damage was done. I forget that a lot of these ones do narrow like that. They sucker you in a little, you know. Oh yeah, just, you know, keep your speed up here. It's plenty wide, there's a hard shoulder. Ah, I fooled you. I've lured you into my cunning trap. I'm going to narrow down to just a few inches on either side of your truck, or I'll make it seem that way anyway. So I guess this means we're entering Austria, leaving... I don't know. My flag stuff is not that great, it has to be said. And I get mixed up between Czech Republic and Slovakia and what have you. See, back when I were a lad, it was just Czechoslovakia, but the world has moved on since then. Reminds me of not this year's Eurovision, but was it last year's, where your man was taking part, Engelbert Humperdinck, sorry, and you know they were saying that he was older than a ridiculous number of the countries participating in it, which, you know, just goes to show that, you know, the world changes, I guess. Doesn't really show you anything that exciting. It's just interesting to think, yeah, this guy's older than a country, strictly speaking. I mean, roots and history and so forth go way, way back and what have you, but yeah. Makes you think, as I say. Or not really. Ah, speeding offence. I need to be on the lookout for those signs. I'm gonna run down all that 20 grand that I will supposedly be making. This is a fairly tight turn coming up by the look of it. How tight? Okay. No, we're fine. For a minute there I thought it was loading in another truck somewhere. Well, it does seem to be dropping some frames. Yeah. Figured as much. Don't know if they heard that, but well, I get the idea. My phone is still vibrating away. What's it trying to do? Is it trying to tell me something? What's that, phone? Timmy fell down the well? Yep, Timmy fell down the well. I just think equally useful. So yes, I don't know what particular stream of consciousness I followed there to end up talking about Engelbert Humperdinck participating in Eurovision. I'm sure it was fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Is this guy coming up behind me? Is he going to on ramp? I don't know. Where is he? Further away now, anyway. Oh yeah, I remember why it was flags. May not be able to identify things. So that's a nice little bridge there. Really, what I should be doing is paying attention to the road, not gabbling so much. But if I don't gabble, well then what's the point of me being here? Nope, can't think of one. Can't think of any point at all. But we'll get the speed up here. Try and cover that 250 miles in record time, breakneck speed and all that. Be home in time for supper and all that. I end up getting inordinately annoyed at people that don't flash you back. As I kind of do on the road as well. You know, if you're going down a narrow street and you pull into the side to let someone pass, you give them a little wave, they don't wave you back, you feel like, well, you know, screw you. Doesn't cost anything. Why not just wave? Or, you know, more regularly, you let someone pull into your lane. Usually some idiot who's fired down the outside lane that's clearly marked as being, you know, terminated further on due to roadworks or what have you. Let them in. Do they wave? Nah. Do they give you a flash of their hazards? Nah. Well, if it was up to me, they'd be shot. Maybe that's a bit harsh. There you go. Little return flash. Is that little castle? Little schloss up on the hill? Huh. Mighty Purdy, whatever it is. Now, as we come westwards, we seem to be hitting a little bit more traffic. Don't know why that is. I suppose it's more central. Make more sense. Make more sense. That makes sense. I imagine there's a fair proportion of German players of this because it's really unsubstantiated, but you know, statistically in Europe, the visitors I get to the websites that I oversee or what have you, I really thought that was a crash chopper in that field there for a second, tend to be from Germany, number 2 behind the UK, and you see that a lot in these multiplayer games, you know, wise Germany quite often leads the field, and why not too? Keep getting the occasional frame drop which doesn't seem to be related to players popping. Ah, see, now that's very picturesque. I'm running out of fuel. Huh. Don't think I'm going to make it all the way. I will have to fuel up. Well, I suppose I can bear to live with that. As I try in vain to find my cruise control button. Wonder. Nope, neither of those. What about this one? Ah, there we go. Cruise control. Found it. Fantabulous. Okay, next services. I will fuel up, I guess. Since the employer's paying for it anyway. Just don't like losing the time is all. It needs must when the devil drives. Just hope we get one relatively soon. I mean, in the last truck I had a fair margin of error. It gave me the low fuel warning at like over 100 miles out anyway. But this one doesn't have an indicator to say what it translates to, so I'm sure there'll be one soon enough. That's not soon enough. Really wish I could get a replacement clamp for this to stop it vibrating quite so much, this wheel. Logitech seem to kind of issue them on a need-to-know basis. If you ask the right person, say the right magic words, they'll say, yeah, we'll send you a replacement one, we'll send you one for free. With, you know, a courtesy, I don't know, courtesy car to go with it. But, for others it's like, no, we don't supply replacement clamps. Never did, never will. In fact, I don't even know what a clamp is. I think he just made that word up. So, it's not entirely a uniform response. Not sure how much having another clamp would sort it. I mean, I could get just a standard G clamp and clamp it to the desk, but really, I think the vibration comes from something else within the within the thing here. If I really wanted to, I could probably diagnose it, but clearly I don't really want to. You guys must be loving hearing the rattle, though, in the background. Assuming that you do, of course. I'm still using just a rather bog standard headset microphone. I do intend to upgrade at some point in the future. He said non-committally. Ah, fuel coming up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But there's no real need to at the moment. Plus, I need to get a setup that I'm happy with. As I was saying to Costello the other day, it's not just a case of microphone; it's a case of microphone, microphone stand, microphone pop guard, microphone mount, microphone, you know, XLR to whatever adapter and so forth. So it becomes a more complex equation than simply plug in USB and go. So is this actually costing me the money? I wonder. Tanks fuel. Okay. That cost me money? Covered my employer. Fantastic. And I got an achievement for that as well. Diesel, no petrol. Use a filling station. Okay. Fair enough. Let's get back up to speed here, truckie. Sounds like a Japanese construction. Diesel, no petrol. Oh, that was a nice horn. And I just failed to acknowledge the guy that was behind. Seems like they've got a good convoy going there. Yeah, not sure what that Japanese construction means or how it works, but it's always something, no something. Yeah, I'm going to continue to talk about things I don't really know about, so what are you going to do about it? Come into my stream and tell me to shut up? Yeah, I do Rich Pilcher impressions badly. So there you go. Think about that. I know you won't. 105 miles. Ah, a mere bagatelle. We'll be in Munich in time for summer. In fact, what time are we expected in good old Munich? Thursday, 4:57. You know, I think I might arrive before that. Although, how soon do I need to rest? Next rest stop in 11 hours. Wow. Well, those flags I do recognise. Austria and Swaziland. Beautiful mountains out there. Stop vibrating! It gives a nice, you know, haptic, tactile response, but dear God, is it loud, comparatively speaking. And it's not like it's a powerful vibration either. And next up on phrases that can be taken out of context. Yeah. Anyway, it's not a powerful vibration, but it's loud. That's all I'm saying on the matter. listening to the rumble strip. For some reason it made me yawn and feel sleepy. I think it's having the opposite effect from what it's intended to. Do you know, I wonder if my graphic settings are different per profile. I mean, it looks nice, but it also looks like it's a slightly lower setting from back when I was playing on an underpowered toaster running NetBSD. For those of you who are not initiated to very old Slash.jokes, you know, the joke is you can get NetBSD to run on anything, including a toaster, because it has been ported to just about everything. I mean, it's a seriously impressive list of hardware that it can or could run on. Back in the day, about as impressive as OpenBSD's security track record. In all seriousness, one of the few big open source projects I've donated to other projects, of course, but you know, I feel a record like that and something as ubiquitous as what they've developed is worth rewarding. I took that a little bit slowly. Why did I shift through 2 gears there? I don't think it was, I'm sure. Yeah. Again, donations, they're authority business. I mean, you know, should I be more inclined to donate to something big like the Linux project, which I use every day, which is, a very useful thing, or perhaps more appropriately something like the GNU project, the tools of which I use every day, and who fight for software freedom and so forth, but are fairly substantial organisation with actual financial backing from actual companies and actual people. I don't refer to myself as an actual person. Or do I donate to, a hobby project like, whatever, I don't know, OBS, or one that came up a while back was Xpra, which is basically forwarding individual apps over the X protocol, or a subset thereof, which is incredibly useful in certain more limited contexts. But well, again, Xpra is possibly a bad example because I believe it does have backing. Oh no. But yeah, it's a quandary, shall we say? If only all real trucks did that. As that cloud passed over, the rain started. Almost poetic-like. Alright, we'll get this parked and squared away and see what our financial situation's like. Any damage, actually, from... He said careening towards a post. Miles away, but never mind. Stick my head out into the pouring rain. See, I'm over egging it here. Might as yet get away with it. I think I will, possibly. Although I think I'm too far over on this side, perhaps. Yeah. Oh no, got away with it. Fantastic. Oh, that was a nice batch of XP and money there. Excellent, excellent. Proficiency bonus, delivery bonus. Blah, blah, blah. So. It's calling me, that truck. It's calling me. I do have enough to cover it now, I think. But, you know, I might just save it for next time. So I can buy it and start doing back to basics. Alright, okay. Well, following my naming convention, I guess. In fact, let's change. Whoops. Oh, you can save from the loading screen as well. Fantastic. Instead of back to basics, we'll say ready for trucking. Yeah, that's a more positive attitude to take. So, now I know I said at the end of last stream this one would be when I get the truck, but there were reasons for that not being the case. So we'll look at this putative truck. Oh yeah, gotta be the one. Gotta be. Now why is that more expensive? It's got the retarder. It's got a smaller fuel tank. Chassis is different. Got more wheels, more grip, presumably. Why is that more expensive? More horses in it, I guess. These are starting to get ridiculous, but never mind. Get there one day. This one will do as a nice first truck. Yeah. Well, to everyone who watched, and yeah, bore with me, stuck with me there when I turned the microphone off while I was talking. Thank you very much, and yeah, tune in next time for some actual truck purchasing, which I haven't ever done before. Yeah. Or perhaps the time afterwards. Perhaps I'll go for a bigger cushion of money. No. Must strike while the iron is hot. So yes, if you have been, thank you.